Hi there, everyone. Christopher Campbell Cushing Price back with another edition of Friday Night Frights Quick Bites. Let's jump right into it. I'm a big fan of horror games, especially board games. But let's be honest, trying to get a group of people together and finding the time at this stage between work and monster hunting, it's difficult. But fortunately, there's a single player experience out there that really just hits the spot for horror board games. It's called Final Girl. Let's take a look at it right now. The boxes for the core set and feature film scenario are nice and compact, and they use their space in an interesting way. The core box contains all the counters and game boards you need to play a game that aren't specific to a scenario. So you have life counters, meeples, dice, etc. The scenario box, in this case for Camp Happy Trails, has the specific game items, such as detachable covers that become the map board and killer's board. It also has the cards you need to play the scenario. Game setup can take a bit, especially for the first go-round, but it's fairly straightforward. You have your final girl, which you place underneath her board. You get 2 with each scenario. We'll go with Lori here, as she's recommended for the first play. Then you have your action cards, which let you do things like move, search, and fight. Hans's board keeps track of his health and his bloodlust, which makes him tougher as it increases. It also has his dark powers that get activated at certain points in the game. Both the killer and the final girl have a black health token as their final heart chosen at random. If they're down to just that, they get an additional die roll as an adrenaline rush. When they lose it, flip it over. If it has more hearts, you're still alive. If it's blank, you're dead. The terror tracker board keeps track of your final girl's health, the terror level of the game, and how much time you have left in a round, which translates to how many action cards you can regain. There are several different pre-made setup cards they can use for each scenario, which changes placement of the meeples and adds variety so you're not playing the same one again and again. At the top of the map board are items you can get based on location. Each location has a finite number of items, so use them wisely. To the right of the map are event cards, which help throw a monkey wrench into your best laid plans with new people to save and the like. There are also terror cards, which do things like give the killer extra actions and effects. In a typical round of play, you play action cards to move around the board and perform other tasks. Here we play 2 walk cards, which gets us over to a counselor meeple and then lets us guide them to an exit point on the map, where they are taken off the board. Each final girl card has spots to place the counselors you save that give you benefits. We'll do the one that lets you take an action card. Once you're done with the action phase, either because you ran out of cards or decide to stop, you enter the planning phase. In the planning phase, you purchase new action cards based on the time they cost. Repeat the process until you're out of time or you want to end your turn. Once you're done with that, it's time for the killer phase. If you find yourself on the same space as the killer during play, or from afar with certain items, you can attack him. To do this, you play an action card with an attack on it. Roll the dice and then see what the result is. We rolled a hit and a partial hit, which we can turn into a hit by discarding 2 action cards. If we keep the roll, we would do 1 damage, reduce the terror tracker by 1, and also the turn would end right there. During the killer phase, draw a terror card and follow the instructions on it. Here, Hans must move towards the final girl twice and then attack. Since he ended his turn on a counselor, he attacks them and kills them, raising the bloodlust by 1. After the killer phase, there is a panic phase. Here the killer's in a space with 2 counselors, so we'd roll the die, and based on the number, they will use the appropriate exit. If there's not a corresponding exit, they'll stay in place. Sucks to be them. If you reach a point where there's no more cards in the terror deck, you are in the endgame and the finale will be revealed. If the dark power wasn't revealed yet, flip that bad boy over too. The game ends when either the killer or the final girl are dead. When you beat the game once with the final girl, there's an envelope you can open for more surprises. So as you can see, Final Girl really delivers on the single-player horror board game experience. And there's about 10 expansions out there right now based on a variety of different movies. So you can really customize the game however you want, in addition to playing just the base version. You want a camper to fight aliens? You can do that. There's nothing wrong with however you want to play it. In fact, I think I feel the need to go play another round right now. Until next time, kids, this is Christopher Campbell Cushing Price saying, stay creepy.